The Tale of the Mummy. In the 1950s, there were 4 explorers who ventured into the tomb of an ancient pharaoh. They went deeper than any previous expedition and discovered an undisturbed sarcophagus. They lifted the lid and found a gold bar. One of the explorers took the gold bar and tried to decipher the message on the bar, leaving the remaining 3 to uncover the mummy beneath. They removed the mummy's coffin and turned over the coffin to see if there were any markings or messages on the bottom. But they found nothing. They were just about to return the mummy into the coffin when the first explorer rushed in. He was as white as a ghost and shouted, "This is terrible! The message reads, 'If ever I am disturbed, the curse of death will fall upon you.'" Well, naturally, all 4 explorers were freaked out by the news and they carefully replaced the mummy back into the coffin. But what happened then scared them even more. The mummy just floated in the coffin. They all saw this as proof that the curse was coming true. So they quickly replaced the coffin into the sarcophagus. Replaced the gold bar and closed the tomb and left it as undisturbed as possible. They made their way back to the main camp and told the other explorers what had happened. Their colleagues needed evidence and visited the ancient tomb themselves. They found the sarcophagus and lifted the lid and removed the gold bar, but there was no sign of the mummy anywhere. Just an empty coffin. So none of their colleagues believed the tale, and even the 4 explorers were having doubts now. However, over the next 12 months, 3 of the 4 explorers all met with sudden and fatal accidents. The only remaining explorer knew he had to break the curse, otherwise he would be next. So he returned to the tomb looking for evidence of the mummy. None could be found. He then discovered another passage, and inside, a second sarcophagus. The explorer was hoping to find the mummy, but when he lifted the lid of the sarcophagus, it was empty. The explorer almost gave up until he noticed there was a message embedded on the lid of the sarcophagus. He was able to decipher the message, and it smiled. He smiled when he read the words, "Have no fear, mummy's here." He lifted the lid again, and now inside was the mummy. He placed the mummy in the first sarcophagus, replaced everything as before, and left. The final explorer was able to break the curse and lived happily for another 50 years, but he never disturbed the mummy ever again. Thank you.